And now, presented by Sprite, the 2K pregame show.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal. And our coverage tonight at the American Airlines Center, where the Dallas Mavericks will be going up against the Miami Heat. For Miami, they've definitely started the season right with a hot start, and that's certainly been a great sign towards their effectiveness in getting that momentum going. Hey, Shaq, let's talk about Dirk Nowitzki. Does he still have enough in the tank to lead the Dallas Mavericks?
He has a little bit left. You know, there's a lot of talk about, do you blow the team up and start from scratch? I think you wait until Dirk retires, then you consider a rebuild, because it's hard to replace a guy like him immediately. He's a great player, but to answer your question, he probably has 1 or 2 years left.
Do you know any German?
I sure do. Brauchen Sie Hilfe, bitte?
Which means?
Do you need any help? Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, means goodbye.
Say it now, because we're about to.
Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss.
Over to you, Kevin Harlan.
It's the Mavericks in Dallas, Texas for a little interconference action here at the American Airlines Center. This is 2K Sports bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan, calling the action with my broadcast partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. The Heat will play just this one game on the road before returning back home to Miami. They've definitely started the season right with a hot start.
Checking out Miami, they've been effective in just about every aspect of the game. I mean, you can't find too many things that they do wrong. They're a very complete team.
Which is exactly why they've been able to maintain their status, Clark, as one of the favorites for the NBA title this season. I mean, there's no easy way out against this club on a nightly basis. I mean, they're talented, they execute, they're well coached. That's why they are who they are.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Heat, pairing up the backcourt, Napier and Wade. Chandler Parsons out there with Allen, and it's Bosh in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Nelson gets it to go. Nelson's got his first basket of the night. Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against the Utah Jazz.
Tell you what, the fans certainly got their money's worth in that game. It was a battle, and really gritty win for that club, Clark.
Tell you what, Steve, they saved their best for last that day. A lot of toughness on display in that overtime.
Here's Nelson, following the basket by Chris Bosh. Nowitzki kicks to Ellis. Off with the layup. Here's Parsons. Count the bucket.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
Devin Harris is out there with us. Then it's Deng. Then there's Josh McRoberts. And it's Chandler in at the center. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And this matchup with Dallas, it's their first meeting of the season.
Looking back at last season, this had to be one of their favorite opponents, outside of their own conference at least.
Chris Bosh is checked in for Miami. Napier comes in for Norris Cole. Here's Napier. Here's Pierce. Banked in off the glass. And so here is Dallas. 4-point game. And it's Harris off the drive. Misses from close range.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Bosh kicks to Napier. And Luol Deng pulls it down.
This should be the last possession of the quarter if they play it right.
And if their clock management's good, it will be.
Now here's Pierce. Here's Napier with 2 seconds left, and that one's good.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Thanks, Kevin.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Chris Bosh really making a difference here.
I think this is the kind of quality performance we expect to see from him. He's always setting the bar high for himself, and sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good he really is.
You know, Steve, I think it's doubly difficult to keep up the level of play he does when you know you're the focal point of the other team's defense. To be able to play like he has when you have a reputation of being the guy, that's impressive.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. Chris Bosh really making a difference here.
I think this is the kind of quality performance we expect to see from him. He's always setting the bar high for himself, and sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good he really is.
You know, Steve, I think it's doubly difficult to keep up the level of play he does when you know you're the focal point of the other team's defense. To be able to play like he has when you have a reputation of being the guy, that's impressive.
On the court for the Heat, Chandler Parsons out there with Chris Bosh. Then it's Allen. Then it's Pierce. And it's Napier in at the 1 spot. Nowitzki sets a screen for Nelson. Nowitzki up top. Takes the 3. The shot is off. Here's Napier. No luck. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Well, tremendous point guard play, but that's nothing new coming from him. This is what you expect, the gorgeous feed there.
They've got Al-Farouq Aminu, Deng out there with Chandler. Then it's Devin Harris, and it's Nelson in at point guard. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now here is Harris, pass to Deng. No good. Excellent D there from Allen. Baseline jumper. Good, nice play there from Napier. Napier's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Heat.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
Chandler, boom, he jams it straight down. None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You got to challenge him a little bit at least.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Here's Bosh, long range from the inbound. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Well-contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things.
And the hot shooting continues, guys.
Yeah, it sure does, Steve. They've mothballed the defense, though. It's all about offense today.
He's so reliable. You know, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
And that one falls for Bosh.
Well, that's going to be it. Great work at the charity stripe. That'll close this game out.
And so it